So this is the activity lab. We're going to be building three-dimensional models, and we're going to be drawing the different views. So 3 views of an object. Three-dimensional objects can be drawn to show length, width, and height. You can make drawings that show the top, front, and right side view. So for my example, we're drawing 3 views of this figure on the right. We're going to draw the top, front, and right side views of the figure. Okay, and if you look at the blocks, the model here, it tells you what's the front and what's the right side view. So the front view is looking this way, the right view is looking this way, and then the top view is looking from above. Got it? Yes. So I need you guys to draw the top, the front, and the right views right now. You already created the models. Go ahead and draw your views. If you need to check your model, here's the example right here to create your model. So use your model, look at your model to create your drawing. Quinn, why don't you have any paper out? I'm about to put that away. If you're not going to participate in the activity, then you don't need the blocks. We're drawing the views. We're not just playing with the snap cubes. Everybody should be drawing the views right now. Okay, when you finish drawing your 3 views, go ahead and put your pencils down, and we're going to go over the solution together. And it's just a sketch. It doesn't have to be exact. So I'm going to go ahead and create the top view. So this first column, the column of 3, looking down, we're only going to see 1, even though there's 3 there. Okay, so building from that column of 3, I'm going to add the other top view, the faces that I see from the top. And so the length of the model is 4. And the width, if you notice from the right-hand side, is 2. Do you guys see how I created my top view? How many of you guys got that correct? Good. If you made a mistake, go ahead and correct your mistake. This is our first example, but this is the top view. These are the faces of our model that we see from above. Now what I'd like to create, I'd like to make the front view. So the front view, if you notice, we have 4 columns along the front, and the first column is the stack of 3 squares, those faces, those 3 faces that we see. That's the first column. The second column, I only see 1. The third column, I see a stack of 2. And in the fourth column, I only see 1 face. Okay, any question about the side view, the front view? Are we good for the front view? Okay, now I need to create the view from the right-hand side. So if you look, this threw some students off earlier, but what's the width of the model from the right-hand side? What's the width? How wide is it? Not how tall it is, how wide. It's 2 wide. Okay? So there's 2 columns. In the first column, how high is that column? 1, 2, and then I can look beyond and see the third one. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. And then we have right next to it a stack of 2. Okay, are we good? Yeah. That is the right side view. Any questions? Okay, so this was an example. It's a little more challenging than the one I want to start out with you guys, building on your own. So let's go ahead and take a look at this example. So this is a little bit simpler model. This is the activity. Go ahead and make it, and when you've completed, put it up in the air, and I'll give you, make eye contact and give you a thumbs up to let you know you're ready to draw it. So I will give you a word of caution. There is a number of students that put this little blue block right here. They put it on the wrong side. Okay, make sure you have it on the correct side of the model. Okay, so once you've created it, put it up in the air, and I'll give you a thumbs up. And then you can start drawing your 3 views. You have to flip this back one over. You have a mirror image of it. So you have it in the wrong direction. This back one, you have it facing the other way. You need to flip it to make it right. That's correct. And can you rotate it? That's correct, yes. Good. That's good. That's good. Nathan, you did the same thing as Joshua in the back. You need to rotate this block around the other. Now that's correct. You got it now. And Nicole, that's correct. Dominic, we're building this. I need you to get with the program. Correct. Now I need you to draw it, the top view, the front view, and the right-hand view. Yes, correct. Okay, I think I've checked everybody's. So right now everybody should be drawing. You should be looking at your model and drawing the different angles. The top view, the right view, and the front view. All right, so hopefully everybody's completed the top view. Here's what the top view looks like. And some of you guys had the mirror image of this model at first. So looking at the top, hopefully this clarifies which side that extra block had to be on. Are we good? Does everybody understand the top view? Okay. So this stack of 3 would be this block right here. Okay. You understand? We're looking down from above. All right. Now I want to make the right-hand side view. So if we look at this from the right-hand side, how wide is it from the right? How many columns do we have if we look at it from the right? There's only 2, correct. So let's go ahead and make our right view. It's a width of 2. The first column is only 1 cube high, but the second column is how many high? 3, very good. Okay, so does everybody understand the right side view now? Looking from the right side, those are the faces we see. Any questions? Okay, now we need to figure out the front view. So how many columns do we have of the cubes? So we have how many? There's going to be 3. And in the first column, how many are we going to have? How many are we going to stack up? 1. In the second column, how are we going to stack up? Just 1. And in the third column, how are we going to stack up? 3. Very good. So I'm just going to take part of my original drawing and use that for my front view. And this is what we have for my front view. Any questions about the front view? Are we good? Okay, you can disassemble that model because now you're going to make this model. And while you guys are making that, I'll build my own to help you guys out. Now there's some blocks that you don't see, and you could leave those open. I'm going to say go ahead and fill in the blocks that you can't see. Assume that it's solid on the other side too. Okay, so if you guys look, here's what the model should appear. Most of you are on the right track. If you take a look at this from the front view, this first column, it's like a staircase. Do you guys see that? That staircase, 1, 2, 3. It's like 1, and then behind it, 1 back is 2, and then behind it is a stack of 3. So you should have that on that first one. Are we good? Okay, and then this one right here in the middle, looking at it from the front, I have 2 on the first row, right, of that column. And then behind it, I got a stack of 3. And behind that, I have another stack of 3. So do you guys see how it goes 2, then 3, and then 3 in the middle column? Okay, and then this one on the side, it looks like a T, right? So I got 1, and then 2, and then 1 in the back. So here's what it looks like. Okay, here's the model. If you want to come up and examine the sample, just to compare with yours, that's fine. Okay, quickly, and then return to your seats. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and build the top view. Now the top view, what's the top view going to look like?
A square.
It's going to be a 3 by 3 square. Very good. So let me go ahead and make the top view. So looking at it from the top, we're going to see 9 faces. Okay, and then the right side view, what's my right side view going to look like? Looking at it from the right. I'm going to have 3 columns. What's going to be my first column? No, look, 2. And then how many is going to be in the middle column, the second column? 3. And then how many is in the third column? 3 again. So very good. So the right side is going to look like that. Are we good for the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Now, what's the front going to look like? 3 in the first one, right? 3 in the first column, and then what's in the second column? 3 in the second column, and then how many in the 2 in the second? So throughout the day, students described it. They said it's the same as the right side view, but it's a mirror image. And so that's another way to describe it. But it sounds like you guys had it exactly correct. So I'm going to rearrange this. And here's what the front view looks like. Any questions about the front view? Okay. Now, last one that we're going to draw our model on. We're almost done. You can disassemble your models. And now I need you to recreate this model. Shh, quietly. Let me see it from the top. That's correct. Very good. That's correct. Come up so I can see it. That's correct. That's correct. Correct. Can you bring it up and I can take a look at it? That's very good. Once I've told you that your model is correct, you can begin creating your drawings. There you go. Nice, nice. Good. Have I checked everybody's model? That's good. Okay, so can somebody describe me what's the top view going to look like? Moyan? 3 on the first column, 2, and then 1. And it looks kind of like a staircase, right? So I'm going to go ahead and make 3, and then we got 2, and then we have 1. Okay? And now if we looked at this from the right-hand side, what letter does it look like? From the right side, what does it look like? Not an L. Looks like a U. So from the right-hand side, in the first column I got 3. In the second column I got 1. And in the third column I have 3 again. So let me go ahead and draw this. So it looks like this from the right-hand side. Does that make sense? So if I look at it this way, do you see that I see 3 here, and then 1, and then 3 again? Does that make sense? Okay, now can somebody describe to me what does the front view look like? Nope. Look at it this way, and how many's in the first column? 3, right? And then how many's in the second column? 3 again. And how many's in the third column? 2. So it's 3, 3, and then 2. Okay, and then I got one more over here. Now here's another way you might be expected to apply this knowledge. Return them to me the way I gave them to you and put them on my desk. Now you're going to use the different views to create your 3D model. So you don't get the model, you have to make it just from using the views. Really quickly. And this one, when you have it, hold them in the air and I could tell you with the thumbs up if you got it or not. That's good. Good. That was correct, yes? Okay, I'm still waiting for a few people. Correct, good. To get caught up. Yes. Okay, almost everybody's made the model. Can I see it? Turn it. You need to remove one of your blocks so that you have this front view. There you go. Correct, correct. Okay, so let me show you what the model should look like. If you take a look, you see the three-dimensional cubes I have here? So this is what it should look like. Are we good? Okay, now I need you to make this one. This is the last one. This one was a bit of a challenge for everybody. This threw a lot of students off throughout the day, so let's see if you can get this. No, that's not quite it. You guys go ahead and make this. I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer, but we're running out of time. You're close. You're not there yet. Let me rotate it.
This?
I don't think that's it yet either.
This kind of
Okay, keep building, and then I'll show you the solution here in a second.
Is this right? I'm right. I am.
Wait, why?
Have a seat, have a seat.
I told you that. That's what I did.
Okay, do you see the model?